What's up, y'all? How you doing? This is your boy Gerald. It is the 10th of July. It is a new day. It is hot here in Virginia Beach, and it's okay because it's the process of summer. And you should be making sure that everything that you wish to accomplish is done so in harmony. I just came out of class today, and as I was walking around, well, actually, I spent a lot of time reflecting as throughout my day, as well as I always stay in prayer, and I allow my spirit to cultivate things that may have been compartmentalized or could have been just pushed back because of a block from past experiences. So as I was making my way, coming home, now look here. You see how it never fails, y'all. Whenever I want to talk, he wants to be in here. Look here. Look. See, he right there. Look here. We can't do that. We're not going to do that today. All right. Now, but that's all right. He just wants love, just like you should want love, and it should be as harmony. Your life should be in harmony at all times, and to do so, you must have everything as it should be, not compartmentalized, not pushed away in a corner, not I'll get to it when I can. No, your life should be flowing. Now, as I was coming home, I noticed that I'm watching people, just live their lives, do their thing, and my spirit was saying, Gerald, I want you to talk about fears, but I want you to go there. And I'm thinking, go where? See, this message here is for those who are navigating their life from their past traumas. These traumas may be caused by someone that was influential in your development, such as a mentor, a family member, someone that you would have had total, unconditional openness to. But because of the fact that they did not see how unique you are. First of all, have you realized how much time you put in just navigating your day? As they say, time does not wait for anyone. We don't have that power. So it's very important that when you prioritize your day, it yields the response that you seek, not what you want. That is why challenges are why they are. Because it's us, we as people, it's our responsibility to put, think about it this way. You know how you see in the movies, or think of a hospital. Everybody's there for care. But the care is rendered by triage. And for those who don't know what triage means, triage is basically they assess the condition by priority. So my question to you, are you living a life that you're constantly on the go? You can't catch a break? It seems like you are in this cycle that even when you rest, it's not enough. So you take from this to give to that. What is being required of you at this time is to be still. You're probably saying, well, Joe, I don't understand what you mean by be still. I can't be still. I got things I got to do. I got bills I got to pay and people to see. What I mean by being still is allowing your mind, body, and spirit to come on. Because that's how you foster clarity. That is how you're able to have insight on your direction. Now, as I'm talking right now, I got goosebumps because the Spirit is saying, no, I want you to go there. So I'm going to go there. See, there's somebody watching this right now. And I know you are a good person. You're a really, really good person. But because you come from a place where it seems that you've been dealt a bad hand, you've taken a position of putting I don't want to use the word facade, but what I will say is you have a shield around you, and it is blocking the people that truly care about you, yet it has a flaw of attracting the ones you don't. And that also includes family members. You're like, oh, you gonna go there? Yes, I am. Let me tell you something. If you come from a background where you had to scratch, everything that you got it seemed like it was a battle. You were constantly being knocked down. Or you may have had parents that did not foster the attention, the love that you needed, and you felt that you emotionally was left to fend for yourself. Let me tell you something. First of all, it ain't your fault. It is time to let that heal. Have you heard of the term generational curse? I know everybody has, or have seen this conversation float around YouTube and on the internet. It is not by chance that this resonates now in our society. Because see, there are people that all they want to do is to feel loved at all costs. That's all they've ever wanted. And they've got a big heart filled with love. But it seems like every time they open themselves up to wish to give, they never receive. They get robbed. Some situations, they even are vandalized. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, sweetie. My dude. Come on now. That's not your fault. It is time that you allow the healing to begin. Now see, what you might not realize is there was a blessing in that. Somebody's saying right now, what the hell you mean there was a blessing? You wasn't there when I was alone crying. You wasn't there when all I wanted was to feel someone to hug me so I could feel emotionally safe. You don't know my pain. You know what? I might not know your pain precisely, but I can relate. Because what people fail to realize is we as human beings, but spiritual beings first, we all have a season in our lives that we feel this. Now let's go back to those beloved that unfortunately daddy was not there. Mommy was there, but she was doing her. Let me explain something to you. We as human beings, let me take this off because I want look at me. Look at me. Not you. Go sit down. See, Tyson can't even talk, but he knows when, if I'm not feeling well, he gives unconditional love. Let me tell you something. See, there was a blessing that was bestowed through that period, but you didn't see it yet. See, every experience that you went through was really a prequel of what you don't need in preparation so that when you are deemed to have the title of mom, of dad, you should navigate your life such in a way that you know, because what it's fostering is empathy, compassion. You know what it feels like when it don't feel right. Why? Because that is your inner child telling you this don't feel right. But because of the fact that you're such a loving person, and I hate to use the term desperate, because you wasn't. You weren't. But you felt that if I just stay the course, the things that I lack, someone's going to come and fill that vessel up. You ever heard of the term broken vessel? Well, newsflash. We're all broken vessels. Because if we weren't broken vessels, how can we grow? How can we foster appreciation? That's why it's called your life. But see, y'all, I'm going to tell you, the devil's work is not done. It ain't. It ain't. But see, you have dominion over you. You got to allow that inner child to connect with the outer person so you can have the harmony that is deemed you. As I've said, when you use your discernment, you'll hear, you'll see cognitively those who are out for the clip. When I say the word clip, I mean you're being warned. Now, we have free will. Now, you know, see, sorry y'all, it's hot. I just wanted to rub my ears. Feels beautiful, like my dog. But I just want to throw this out because I know there's somebody right now that your pride, even now, is saying, well, you know what? Yeah, it happened. But I turned around and took that negative and turned it into a positive. Look at me now. That was a motivation. It was. And I congratulate you to a degree. Because it's not complete. Because you ain't happy. You ain't happy. Some of you will opt for a means of escapism, where there's a void in your heart, in your spirit, that you think, well, you know what? If I allow myself to take a position beneath me, but it fosters what I lack, I can condone it. Why are you doing that, mama? Why are you doing it, dog? Why? Listen, you are a phenomenal person. It wasn't your fault. And you know it wasn't your fault because you're still watching. Let me segue this. Some of you are carrying a burden because you may have children that you don't have access to. Yeah, I'm going to go there. And it's put a stone in your heart, a bitterness in your spirit, and you're acting out because you long just to have a moment with your little one. Let me tell you something. If you have courage to do the work, you will have what you seek. I know somebody right now, you are a darn good parent. You have all the tools in your spirit. And deep down inside, you're saying, I don't want to be like how my dad was and how he treated me. I don't want to be like my mom. And you use that as the motivation to try to place distance from that trauma. I know I'm talking to somebody right now. It wasn't your fault, y'all. My mom. It wasn't your fault. My dude. You're a good guy. But what is being required is for you to do the work. That is what fosters healing. And healing cannot take place until you say, I love me. That's not being selfish. That's being selfless. Because you're putting that, first of all, you're manifesting. You're manifesting a thought to take action, which means you must have courage. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So make the day, that day, that you put the first foot down. If you haven't been in your child's life or your children's life, start off. Just send a message. Pick the phone up if you have access. Now, be prepared. See, just like what you feel, they feel. Because they're looking at it as a receiving option of, well, why mommy won't come? Why can't I see my dad? I'm here to tell you, God is going to fix that when you allow Him to. You're not born to suffer. You're not. You know that vision in the back of your mind? Right now, you're looking at it. That portrait that has you there, it will come to pass because it's being manifested. You can feel it. You feel it in your heart because your inner child has it there. That's why you feel what you feel. You can't run from your emotions. You can't. But see, the devil will trick you. He will. My queens. I know a lot of you long for the touch of that man, the one. You want him to quench your emotional thirst, don't you? But you know what's required, right? Why won't you do the work? The biggest illusion that's been placed in society is that you, as a woman, is to go out and get you a man. But in turn, every time you do, you end up inviting a problem. Because they will never see your worth. And some of them are so jaded within themselves, they'll play a game. They'll wait you out. Only to do what they intended to do with you in the beginning. But see, that takes courage for someone to come up and say, you know what, I like you. You're attractive to the eye, and I just want to sleep with you, but I don't want to invest in you. You know how much courage that would take to do? First of all, the other side of that face will be swollen, if not a big old concussion. But no one's going to do that, because that means you have to speak your truth. I'm here to tell you this. God already knows the name of the one. The trials and tribulations that you are going through right now, the trials and tribulations that you have experienced, you know why it hurts? Do you know why you feel bitter and jaded? But here's the thing I don't understand. For you to feel this intensity, why won't you do what's required? Because every time you go into that room, you always get more of what you go in the room for. And I'm saying that proverbially. Your role as woman is to enhance your virtue, your essence. That's why when you're happy, you glow. That's what fosters your allurement, because you're at peace. But if you're running from pillow to post, you're allowing Ronnie, Ricky, Mike, and John to have access to you. All they're doing is pushing one step back from the one. See, he can't get to you until you are still. Now, I said in my other video that the one is doing the work, because he is. He's growing. He's evolving spiritually. He sees his worth. And also stands courageous to embrace his purpose. The worst thing that you could ever do is to offset the process. Because guess what happens? If you do it too many times, then the Creator will say, well, you know what? You don't see his worth, so why should I allow him access to you or her to you? Because you're not going to appreciate. So what happens is you are placed in a position two ways. You can allow your ego and pride hit you with the proverbial arm, bump him, and you go do you, or worse, you watch that person evolve, transform, embrace their purpose, only to be shared by someone else. Do not do yourself such injustice. You are priceless. So my question to you is, why won't you allow yourself to heal? Why? If you are someone right now watching this video, put this in perspective. All the drama that you may be seeing, all the negative influence and environments that tend to you always see that? You know why that's happening? That's a blatant spiritual attack. Because they don't want you to grow. They want you to continue to stay the course. They want you to continue to do the things that disrespect you. And unfortunately, there are some that have chosen to settle into this life that is not theirs. And they live a life of misery, a life of disappointment, a life of pain. Hence, that is what the foundation called the generational curse. See, a generational curse is nothing but knowledge not fostered but carried out to the next generation. So, if Daddy didn't have someone to foster his development, he is only going off of what he's been exposed to. That is his truth. But if he has an offspring, his behavior and environment will be the influence of the young. And it will be fostered because every child, also a child does. They look at influence. So be the exception to the rule. It's not too late. It's not. But you've got to love yourself. So I'm going to bring this back home. I want to congratulate you for your courage. I want to congratulate those who are allowing themselves to embrace their worth. I want to congratulate those who see their flaws and want correction, desire, need to take the step to bring them one step closer to ultimate harmony, ultimate unconditional love. See, because let me tell you something. God loves you so much. He does. But until you allow Him in your life, until you get tired of being tired, until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're going to stay the course. You're going to constantly have these people that don't want you to grow in your life. And ain't nothing worse than a person that only wants access because they have an advantage. Maybe emotionally, physically, or financially over you. They have dominion over your life. You are supposed to have dominion over your life. No one can do nothing unless you allow. So have courage. Everything's going to work out. You just got to do the work. If you want to have correction, if you know your spirit is saying to you, I need this, speak it into existence. Speak it. And those things that are challenging, pray over it. Because I'm going to tell you something. Somebody prayed for me, and I got it. And I pray over you because you deserve it. And guess what? For some of you, you're going through something right now because there's some shaking going on inside. Because I plant some spiritual seeds up in each and every one of you, because I need you guys to be able to embrace who you are. And when you do, not only will you fall back in love with yourself, your reality will be made new, and those people that did not see your worth can't get access to you. But you can't do it with a judging heart. You can't do it with a vindictive spirit. You must only embrace sincerity, compassion, and kindness. And whatever you're going through, it too shall pass. So it's not your fault. You are being prepared long ago. But see, your spirit, your inner child says, no, I need to be one with myself. So if you have so make this day the day that you look at your flaws. If you have some emotional triggers, if you know that there are behaviors that do not foster the result, if you embrace them, look at why you're doing that. Change it up. If you like going out, but you know that if you're going out and you drink too much and you end up in a result that you don't like, change it up. If you got somebody that has access into your life and they ain't helping you grow, you gotta let them go, because you will never find happiness through them. Why? Because they broken, and it's time for you to be whole. God loves you. You know I'm praying for you. This is your breakthrough season. 2013, y'all. Let's do the work. God bless. And always place God first in everything you do. Bye, y'all.